My name is Mande Muyombo, not Friday, but just Mande. I am the president of Kamina Methodist University in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Well, first of all, let me say that I am the firstborn of a family of 16 children. My dad had 2 wives, which is not unusual for most African cultures. I grew up in a very poor area of the Congo. My dad used to work as a typer for a mining company. He was only earning $30 per month. But he really wanted me to go to school and become a civil engineer. As you can see, with that much money, things were not easy. It was really a kind of world of survival. And there was a lot of violence around me, to the extent that when I was 15 years old, the only solution to bringing peace to my life, to my family and my parents, was to join the church and to have Christ in our lives. But with all that, I was able to go to school, and I finished my school as a civil engineer. That's the time my country was again at war. So I spent 2 years without getting any significant job. After that, I got a job with the United Methodist Church, which was my church, since I was 15 years old. The bishop asked me to be involved in a construction project. Then we were in the framework of Hope for the Children of Africa. We got some funding from the Global Church, and we started building churches, schools, hospitals for our community in Kamina. All along, I always felt this call to ministry. I knew that even when I went for the engineering school, I knew that I was at the wrong place, because so much was going on in my community, so much violence, and the church remained the only safe place. After 4 years, I decided to go for a theological training and become an elder or a minister in the United Methodist Church. My call to ministry, I felt that it was about finding ways of bringing peace to my community, finding ways of helping people to reconcile with one another. And also, I had friends who joined the militia groups. Their childhood was completely lost. And even while I'm speaking right now, there are several children who joined the army and the militia groups and could not go to school. So I took that as part of my vocation to see how we can help those we call former child soldiers to get back to the community, because nobody is paying attention to them right now in my community. I know there have been effort in that regard in terms of helping them to leave the arms groups and militia groups, but we have not done enough in terms of helping them reintegrate, getting back to civilian life, and having a meaning and hope for their future. Today, I am so dedicated to helping many young men and women in my community. That is why Kamina Methodist University is committed to providing space to those young men and women, and in collaborating with some friends here in the US and some universities, attempt to give them the best education that they deserve. Kamina Methodist University shapes a new kind of leadership which understand that peace is very important for development. There is no way you can be developed if you do not have peace. And they are given a new identity. We recognize them as full human beings created in God's image. We recognize them as sons and daughters of our community who have decided to learn, to study, to analyze, and to give solutions to some of the challenges that we have. And we are telling them, this is your time. You have a chance to leave your footprint for the next generation.